Hello, CreativePro friends, Khara Plicanic here, and today we're going to take a look at the Dimensions tool in Illustrator. So this is especially handy if you design things like packaging or any type of like pattern or template or something like that, where you need to be able to communicate what various pieces of your project, what their dimensions are. So what we need to do is locate our dimensions tool, and it looks like this over here on our toolbar. If it is missing from your toolbar, you can come down here to this 3-dot menu and scroll through to see if maybe it just wasn't enabled. And you would see it down here under the Modify collection. So I've already got mine, which is why it doesn't show up here. So we are ready to rock. So we want to make sure it's active. And when we have it selected, we're going to see a little pop-up menu like this. So it has 3 different modes. We have the ability to note linear dimensions, angular dimensions, or radial dimensions. And then we have this little option here for settings. So I'm going to set this back to default, so we'll have the same stuff here at the moment. And let's just give it a whirl. I'm going to start with the linear dimension option set. And let's say that we want to measure this distance right here. You can see if I just mouse over it, it's already picking up on that. And it is notating that this is 4.01 inches. I haven't even clicked yet, right? I'm just hovering. So if I want to go ahead and add a dimension for this, I'm going to click. And then when I drag, I can position it where I want it as far as the distance from the object. So I'm going to go like right here. And when I let go, we see that it puts in place some dimensions. I'll also point out that it has added this dimension bit to its own layer, which is super handy, and we'll see why in a minute. But for now, just note that this object here, this collection of lines, this line here, the stroke with the double-headed arrows, and the text here, this is all what Illustrator refers to now as a dimension. And what that means is that if I grab a tool like my selection tool here, and let's say that I now stretch this box bigger, this dimension is live and connected to it, and it will update as needed. So depending on, what I set this to, it's updating that dimension in real time, which is pretty cool. All right, let's see then, how would we do this vertical line? Same thing, I'm going to make sure I have that tool selected. And if I just hover over this line, we see that it picks up on it. So it might require that you have your smart guides on. So let's make sure. Let's go to view. We want to make sure, yep, I do have my smart guides on. So if you're not seeing these lines, make sure that you have your smart guides on. All right, so here we have another one. So I'm going to click and then drag out. And when I let go, we get another measurement there. All right, so that's vertical and horizontal measurements. What if I want to measure from here to here? It's not automatically seeing that. You can see that when I roll over this, when I just hover, it is seeing this whole line here. It's not seeing this short bit, but that is okay. We can also manually do this. So the way that works is instead of hovering and then clicking and dragging out from the line, instead I'm going to click a start point, and I'll come up here and click an end point, and then I'll move my cursor out. So I'm hovering right now and click to set the dimension for that. And the neat thing is that that too is live. So if I move this line down, this will also adjust accordingly. So maybe we switch this, and now we have it like that. So these things are connected, and they remember kind of what it is they're measuring, and they stick to that. Now, the problem becomes if you get in here and you select this this little object, which is basically a group of these lines, this line, and the text. You can select it, and we see that it's red because it's on its own layer. So all the dimensions live together on the dimensions layer in the layers panel. But if I use my selection tool, for example, to grab this and pull it away from there, you'll notice as soon as I let go, it says dimension object expanded. And now it's basically, we broke the link that connected it to the points it was measuring. So now if I grab this path and I move it, this will no longer update. So just something to keep in mind. All right, so that is a look at the linear dimensions. The other things that we can measure are the angular dimensions. So if I want to measure what I can already tell is 90 degrees, but if we just want to make sure about that, all I need to do is come in here. I'm going to click and hold and then pull inward to measure this angle here. If I let go, we're going to see it marks it as being 90 degrees. But if I wanted to measure the outside, I could click and then drag and pull out this way, and it would measure the outer angle. So that is pretty cool. If we have some lines, I'm just going to draw some random lines here with who knows what kind of angular dimensions. So if we want to measure that, I'm going to grab that tool again. If I come in here and I want to measure one of these angles, I can come in here and try to click here and pull out just like we previously did, but because this is not actually a point, I'm not able to do that. And so now I've just got, I've got this business happening and I need to start over. So I'm going to press the escape key to cancel that. And instead what I'm going to do is click on this path and then click on this path. And now I can measure that angle. And I can do, again, the outside angle by dragging to the outside or the inside angle here. Okay, so if we have an established point, we can just click and drag out like this. But in this case, because there's no actual intersection anchor point right here, we need to click, then click again, and then we can click a third time to position the dimension marking. All right, so now let's talk about radial dimensions. So we'll click on this guy here. Same kind of thing. If we want to measure the full diameter, we're going to click and then drag across. And when we let go, we get the diameter. Or if we click and then drag to the outside, when we let go, we will get the radius. All right, so let's look at all of this. Let's say that we want to make some changes to this. One thing to point out is that I drew these lines and I wasn't careful about where they were ending up. And so Illustrator put them on the dimensions layer, and I want to move those off so that if I hide the dimensions layer, those don't get hidden. All right, so let's choose one of these and let's fine tune some of this. So I'm just going to select this object. It's kind of like a group, right? So when it's selected, Illustrator says up here, it says dimension. So we know that this is live and it's sort of a special object in Illustrator's mind anyway. And now we see that with that selected and the properties panel open, we can see all kinds of settings we can apply to these dimensions. If you don't see your properties panel, you can find it from the window menu by just choosing properties. So let's get in here and say, I want to adjust the precision so that everything is just a whole number. Maybe I really don't care about how many decimal points. We'll go ahead and set that to 0. Let's come down here and change the color of these lines. So maybe I want them all to be dark blue, and I'm going to change the arrow style to this flat like that. And down here, these extension lines, this is this little line right here, and I don't love those. So I'm grateful that there's an option here to hide the extension lines. All right, so now what's cool is we can come down here to the quick actions and we can choose apply to all, and you can see it just edited all the different dimensions all at once. But if I draw another dimension, it's going to revert to the settings that were included with the tool over here, which you can see these have not been changed. So if we like this and we want to make these settings our new default, then we need to come down here and choose Set as Default. And now if I click in here and make another measurement, we can see that it takes on the existing characteristics. The one setting that it doesn't let you work with in the Properties panel is this scale setting right here. So if you need to change that, you'll want to do it from the Dimension Tool options first.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.